Honestly, my life was put on hold for a bit because after I won the belt, I had to go through a series of just getting my body back to being healthy, from my foot injury to being sick, and then having to go through that tonsillectomy and then having to recover from that tonsillectomy. That took about the whole time that I was gone. A lot of people think that I was just sitting on the sidelines doing nothing, but I was trying to get back into it. And then as soon as I was healthy, I got right back to work. I was offered a couple of dates, and I accepted the September one and was pretty excited to be back to it.
Wrongfully criticized and came up with a bunch of ulterior motives, but what you went through, tonsillitis in itself is a pretty hellacious battle. Plus, you were in that fight with Roxanne with a broken foot. So, it's you've overcome a lot just to get to this point with this fight coming up Saturday.
Absolutely, and I think that's kind of the theme that I've been running off of, being the 14th ranked girl in the house and having to overcome a lot of things when the odds were stacked not in my favor. So, that's just the way life is, and I feel like, we're chosen to be the strongest people for a reason. I feel like only the strongest people are able to get through these kinds of situations.
You just alluded to it too. You were the 14th seed on the Ultimate Fighter in a cast that had some pretty tough names, some pretty talented names as well. You were overlooked in that, and it seems to be the reoccurring theme that even coming up Saturday night. I don't obviously need to rehash the criticism for you with you being the underdog coming into this, but it almost seems like you're being overlooked yet again, and it seems like that everything's about Valentina coming into this bout. But you've been here before. You've been the underdog with nothing to lose, and coming into Saturday night, how do you feel being that so many people are overlooking you, the champion?
In all honesty, it was never really my goal to just obtain that belt. I feel like becoming a champion is something that anybody can do, especially if their investment in morale and in just having a motivation behind them is able to inspire a whole group of people, is able to just bring hope to a lot of people. I think that's a true champion, and for me to be able to hold that belt, it definitely gives me a lot of recognition, and it just solidifies the fact that, having faith within yourself is the most optimal, it's the one thing that you can do that'll take you far and take you anywhere that you want to be. Being the underdog means nothing to me. I've always been the underdog, and I've always come out on top. It's something that I definitely do thrive on because, like you said, I do have nothing to lose and everything to gain. This situation's a win-win for me. I didn't spend my whole life learning how to fight for a belt. I spent my whole life learning how to just be a good person and be the best person that I can be to represent my people.
You've done a phenomenal job doing that so far, and will continue to do so. And you look at the names you defeated just to win that belt in a very short period of time. Lauren Murphy, UFC vet, Bar Ponchak, the accolades speak for themselves. Montana De La Rosa, Roxanne Modafferi. You're talking some ultra-talented women that have a ton of experience. So the one thing everybody seems to bring up is Valentina Shevchenko's big fight experience, that she's been in there, she's fought the who's who, but you seem to have some pretty big fight experience as well, to where, again, seems to be being overlooked.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was fighting at 135, one of my fights was against Pam Sorensen, and she's recently been calling out Cyborg. So I've been fighting some pretty tough chicks from the beginning.
And now, that being said, what do you think your strength heading into this fight? We know Valentina's background. She's got the heavy Muay Thai history, good striker. But what do you think your strengths are heading in, and where do you think you have some of the advantages?
I think obviously my mental game is pretty strong. Nobody can shake me. Nobody can break me. And the fact that I've been a purple belt for 3 years is definitely a lot of help. I've developed my standing with Fit and HB since I moved there about 3 years ago. When I won the King of the Cage belt, that was with a liver shot. So, I think I'm pretty well rounded, and that's all you got to be. You got to just have the simple basics, and you just got to have the timing for everything. And I think that's something that is still developing. So if I can just get better at that, then who knows where I can go with this.
Absolutely. And have you had the chance to train with anybody that has at least come close to emulating the game of what Valentina's going to bring to the table?
Yeah, I moved around with Ray Borg for a bit, who's a 125 also. And he's really quick. He's about her size. Amber Brown from Invicta, she's been helping out a lot with this camp. She's a southpaw as well. But a lot of people have been giving me looks. A lot of my teammates have been giving me the correct looks that we think that are going to happen in this fight.
Absolutely. Now, Nicco, couple last questions for you here. First things first, you've got said it changed your life to win this belt. Things are on the up and up for you, obviously. But when you win on Saturday night, when you defy the odds, and we've heard all the talk that this, you're a substantial underdog, which you're well embracing and prepared for. When you win this bout on Saturday night, how much more do you think that'll change your mind, and how gratifying do you think it'll be for you, knowing that once again you've come in as a substantial underdog and defied the odds?
It's always great to have your hand raised at the end of the night. You've put in so much time through camp. You've put in so much. You've sacrificed so much. You sacrificed your body. You sacrificed family time. You sacrificed your health, essentially. And you've just gone through so many things in your head that makes you hesitate to think if you're actually adequate to be here. So I think having my hand raised at the end of the night that night will just again solidify everything that I believe in, in myself. A lot of the faith that I pour into myself, I don't think is very ego-ridden. I think it's a lot of realistic goals, and I think that's why I'm here, is because I'm pretty true with myself about what the outcomes could be. And so I just, I don't overwhelm myself, and I take it day by day. So whatever the outcome is, my efforts are going to be 110%, and I know that I have my support behind me, and that's all anybody could ask for a winning situation.
Excellent. Last question for you. As I mentioned at the beginning, you've got a pretty diverse Arizona background. You went to ASU too, correct?
Yeah, I went to ASU on a play performance scholarship. So when I initially started my arts, there's martial arts and then there's play performance. So that's initially what I wanted to get going in as a career.
Hey, anybody that gets a degree from ASU, I can tell you, you've earned every second of it, just like you've earned this belt. Nicco, I'm looking forward to seeing you defend this Saturday night and many, many more.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jay.
I appreciate you taking time out to join us. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, this Saturday night, UFC 228, American Airlines Arena in Dallas, Texas. You want to check it out, as our guest here at this time, Arizona's pride, Nicco Montaño, will be defending her belt against Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko. Nicco, final question. Those that haven't had the chance to follow you on social media, where can they check you out?
Right on. Thank you. Oh, you can check me out at Instagram, I suppose, or check me out this weekend on pay-per-view.
Be sure to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Nicco Montaño. Nicco, thank you again. Thanks, Chase. Thanks, Isaac. Appreciate it.
Hey, Isaac?
Yes, hi.
Is there any way you could call my cell so that I can get moving around the room for a second? Okay, 505.
Introduce yourself to the masses and also silence the critics and make them your fans.
Yeah, like I said, that's not my motivation. My motivation is to work off of the theme that has been working for me so far, and that's just persevere and, don't let anybody label me. I'm the champion for a reason. I was an underdog through the show, and I came out victorious, so it's really up to me to really fulfill what my potential is and be the best individual I can be come fight night.
There was another pretty big underdog that got it done. Henry Cejudo beat Demetrius Johnson, the most dominant UFC champion of all time. What did that prove to you? How did that inspire you?
That fight was amazing. I got to see it in person. The pace that those two were heading at, it was insane. nobody probably thought that they'd be able to last that long for 5-minute rounds. But Henry Cejudo got the job done. It was a really close fight, and it was a very entertaining fight. But the fact that he was able to keep up with Demetrius was very inspiring, just because he was an underdog and he didn't let that faze him at all.
Champ, I know how proud you are of your heritage. What has the response been from the Native American community since you won the UFC championship?
It's been great. There's been a lot of people who have set themselves new goals, and to be that inspiration, to be the person behind the reasoning for everybody to want to push themselves to do better, not necessarily even do something that's financially stabling to them, not necessarily adapting the whole westernized culture of anything, but just being the best person and best version that they can be is very inspiring. I get these messages that say, "You inspire me daily. I didn't want to do anything. I have one arm, I have one leg, and you got me up and moving," and it's very, very moving to me, and that's my inspiration, hearing that I'm a motivator to a lot of people who don't really see themselves as a champion, and then by the end of the day, they're able to look at themselves in the mirror and tell themselves, you did everything today to get you one step closer to becoming that better person, better version of yourself is truly amazing.
And Nicco, those are things that are truly, truly important in life. Thank you so much for joining us, champ, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys for having me.
Very calm, very composed.
Thank you, Nicco. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What the hell is doing this? Okay, back to sleep. All right. Thank you, Chris. We'll see ya. There's stars everywhere. Holy cow. I tried to take a nap because I thought I was done. Can't nap. You can't nap in Dallas. You can't nap on the job unless your job is napping. So funny. Hi everybody. That was Daniel Cormier and Kenny Floring. Just got off the phone with. On UFC tonight. I do appreciate when people, instead of asking me about how I feel all the time, how I'm able to motivate people and truly see that value.
Sixth floor.
And now, hopefully my next thing isn't until open workouts, which is at 6:45. Which is, I meet at 6:45. And then we get going around 7 or something. But thanks for tuning in. It's been one crazy busy day. It's been a real media show. Oh, hello, Brazil. Here I am. Okay, well, I will check you guys later. I am checking out. Passing out.